Welcome to Sibling Rivalry, presented by AML Media.
Love you, Mom.
Today's question is, are you naked if you're only wearing socks? Yes or no? Steven went first last time, so Jean will go first this time. Jean, which side would you like to argue?
I will be arguing that, yes, you are naked if you're only wearing socks.
Okay. The format will go as follows. The first person will state their case, 5-minute maximum, and then the second person will state their case. Then the floor will be opened for counter arguments, 2.5 minutes each, and then we'll tally the score, and a winner will be proclaimed. Jean, I will start your timer now.
All right, well, I find this pretty simple. Anywhere in the world, commercials, TV, nude beaches, you are considered naked is when the important stuff is hanging out. I'm talking, boobies for girls, wieners and butts, the in-between crevices from the wieners to the vaginas to the butts. That's all naked. I know some people out there they might not like the look of feet, but no one gets offended. No one out in public would say, "Oh my God, your feet are exposed. I don't want my children to see that." But if I were to walk around this neighborhood, I guarantee the consensus of the whole area, if I was completely naked, I'll even go to say knee-high socks, I'm covering up my whole calf, everyone is going to give the police report there was a naked fat white man walking around here. Okay, so being naked to me is when the tidbits, the things that you cover up most importantly. When I wake up in the morning, first thing I want to do is cover up the junk, if you will. As a man, I can have my top off. That's not naked. I could even have a man thong on, not considered naked, because my wiener, balls, and butthole, ass crack too included, are covered. The simple fact that socks are even a play in this are crazy to me. Now, I am a man. I will admit I like to take my socks off as fast as I can, but that has no play in the sense of censorship. If you put me on a TV show, even in Europe, a commercial. I've been to Finland. They have commercials where there's boobies out. That wasn't a problem. And it had no problem that they had socks on, socks off. So I think nudity comes down to, what do we want someone who's 18, what do you want your child not to see? Feet, not a thing. Even if it's a gross foot, you can go, ugh, that's a gross foot. But if boobies are out, you might not want your kid to see that. Or if you're a cool parent, you will. But as far as nudity goes, I think it comes down to genitalia, wieners, vaginas, and buttholes. And I'll even throw in as far as the ass crack, because that can be sensual. So I don't even need all 5 minutes, because I think everyone's going to agree with me. What the hell does socks have to do with nudity? I conclude my statement by saying socks, the feet have nothing to do with nudity. It could, because guess what? On a beach, you can wear sandals that the whole shoe's showing, and that's not considered nudity. So I'll stop there and turn the rest of my time over.
Okay, finished up with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining. Steven, I will start your timer now.
Okay. So, first and foremost, the last section of your argument, you lost the crowd. Okay? You had a really concise argument up until the sandals thing. That was a debacle. But that's okay, because we're not professional debaters. I'm going to say that in terms of potential to be offensive, yeah, you can just have socks on and offend some people. But I'm going to go with the technical true definition of naked, right? Babies are born in their birthday suit, bare ass naked, no socks. Okay? You never see a pair of animals have socks on because they're, as nature intended, fully nude. Adam and Eve. Let's go biblical. Adam and Eve were bare ass naked with the serpent and the tree of knowledge, no socks. Okay, now I'm a big fan of socks also. This is important to me. I consider socks part of my outfit. It's one of my favorite articles of clothing to wear in life. So, you know, that's actually, after my underwear, that's the first thing I put on after I get a shower, in which I'm naked. Right? Nobody in the right mind showers with socks on, because you have to be naked to bathe. I mean, that's how I feel about it anyway. I would also like to say that there's something called a foot fetish, and there are people who are aroused by the nude foot. So in order to prevent arousing weirdos, you put socks on to cover your feet. Therefore, you're not totally exposed. Okay? Yeah, lastly, I'm just going to finish up with, this is a tough argument because we have the mindset that the naked body is offensive or not suitable for certain situations, but God intended us to be naked, and that does not include socks. All right? That's how I'm going to finish.
Okay, 2.5 minutes were remaining. I will reset the timers to 2.5 minutes for rebuttals and counter arguments. Gene, you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, so to start off on some technical things, like this is a boxing thing, I'm going for points here. Saying no one ever wears socks in a shower. What about sandals in a shower?
The question says socks.
Okay, well, I didn't speak when you spoke. Minus points.
Okay.
Intervention. No, but like I said, I'm going for technical points there. But also there are shower sock shoes. There are like if you go into a lake or something, they're almost technically a sock that looks like a shoe. I'm gonna move past that. And when you say technical definition of what the dictionary would define as nudity, I think every lawyer, everyone in the world can go, technical definitions can definitely have holes punctured through them. Can I come up with something on the top of my head? Never said I was the smartest guy in the room, but I guarantee there's a lot of people out there that could poke holes through that. Wish I could right now, to be honest with you. You brought up favoritism. I'll be honest. I did bring up favoritism. I don't like socks. You like socks. But I'll say, when you're having sex with a woman and you both are completely naked, but you have socks on, you're going to consider yourself naked having sex with that. Will consider yourself being nude having sex with that woman just having socks on. Also, bring in fetishes is crazy, because I guarantee as much as there's people who love the look of a naked foot, there's people who love the look of a foot with socks on it. And that has nothing to do with it being nude or not nude. There's people who like fairies, which they actually wear more clothing and more layers than the normal person does. So fetishes can get thrown out the window. And I guess just to kind of end it, nudity is a gray area, but I forget who said it. The person who says, you don't know what pornography is, but when you see it, you know what it is. So you might look at a person and they're completely naked but have socks on. Most people are going to go, that's a nude person.
Okay. 1 second remaining.
No, cut it.
I will reset the timer for Steven now.
Okay. So you did almost hit the perfect time mark. But it's okay to end your argument before the timer's up because, again, you went on this tangent about seeing porn and knowing when you see porn, even though you can't define it. The technical Webster definition of naked is wearing no clothing, having no clothing on. If I watch a porno scene and a woman's wearing nothing but socks, that stands out. You notice that. Same with a stocking, which is a form of a sock. That's clothing, bro. That's absolutely clothing. It's just really hard for me to use the word naked and include a foot covering. You know what I mean? That is essential to staying warm, staying dry. If you don't have good socks and you're trekking through the jungle or climbing a mountain, you're going to lose your feet. So you have to wear socks, and something you wear is clothing that makes you not naked. So we can go on, all these different routes, but the question was, is having socks on considered being naked? And technically, by the definition of the word, it is not considered being naked. Rest my case.
Okay, 51 seconds were remaining. Okay, so we will tally the scores now. Okay, the scores are in. Jean with 17 out of 20 and Steven with 18 out of 20, making Steven today's winner.
Fuck! How did I lose the easy argument?
It's not about who's right or wrong. It's about your case.
You're right.
And you know what?
Stumbled.
You went off the question. I don't even know what the score tally.
Break
it down for us.
Okay, so I have both of you delivery for 5 out of 5.
Okay.
Because you spoke very professionally and for the most part.
Well, you have to grade based on a scale of who you're dealing with.
Yeah, we're just getting started out here.
Shit's all fucked up.
Supporting evidence is the next category. Have Jean at 3 out of 5. Steven got 5 out of 5.
I had the Bible on my side.
Persuasiveness. Jean has 5 out of 5. Steven has 4 out of 5.
I shrunk a little bit there.
Okay.
And rebuttal, I have you both with 4 points out of 5.
Okay.
So it was the evidence, the supporting evidence.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
it was
what gotcha.
So it was the.
It's hard to argue with the dictionary in the Bible.
Yeah, if I could have come up with like a and there's tons of them. If I could have come up with,
you should have used the law as your supporting evidence. Because if you would have said,
no
you're
shirt,
right.
no shoes, no service.
You're right. The whole time you were sitting there, I'm going, dude, there's a million words out there that people use different ways and stuff. And I was like, if I could pull one of those up. And I literally said, like, if I was smart enough, I could think of one right now.
Well, we're going to prove through this exercise and this podcast segment, you're going to get better.
Yeah, we were saying off camera. This is like a good brain exercise. Like we've been playing chess. Like there's these types of things really do grow your brain.
Yeah.
You got to work the muscle out.
I'd like to say that obviously you can't walk around in just socks and not go to jail.
Well, that's.
But let me say this: I felt as though I won the last debate, and I had the harder debate again this time because I had to go first last time. So I'm feeling really good about this win.
Good job. This one.
I felt like the road team.
Yeah, because if you put a poll out there, everyone, it's going to be pretty high percentage that just wearing socks is still naked.
Right, but one of my arguments was that that's only because of how our society views nudity. If you took Western society out of it, Man, why you got socks on, bro? You're not naked. Take your socks off. We're
I
going
will-
in the sauna. Get your socks off.
Listen, I concede. Good job. You definitely did better than I did. As always, sibling rivalry always just comes down to having a good time, making content for you guys, and a fun game for you maybe to play with your friends. You hear this? Go ask your coworker, because no one wants to actually work their jobs. So go ask your coworker this, and it'll kill. We just killed a half hour, 45 minutes like nothing, because it's fun to do.
And if you don't agree with our results,
Let us
leave us
know.
a comment.
Please let us know. Give us your arguments. If you think you can make us smarter or you want to seem smarter than us, we welcome it.
Yeah.
But besides that, thanks, everybody. Good job, Steven. Our tally is at 1-1 right now. So we'll make sure we try and keep that tally. Rachel has been...
And she's the moderator. That's the official word
That's
for her job.
the moderator, yes. And she's unbiased. She gave you one, gave us one. I think the scoring was fair, and this is a lot of fun to do. It's a card game out there. Maybe we'll come up with ours.
Another potential sponsor we should reach out to.
Yeah.
The board game.
Yeah, there you go.
But besides
Make
that,
sure to subscribe to see more.
subscribe, all that stuff. We don't have to say that stuff. Like, subscribe if you like what we're doing.
Give us a topic to debate
Yes,
if you got one.
we like what you're doing. Like what we're doing. But have a good week and sibling rivalry.
Ooh, creepy.